Thank you for joining me for our first virtual Curators tour in 2024. I'm Jenna Gilley, Associate Curator of Exhibitions at the Fort Wayne Museum of Art, and I'll be your tour guide. Today we'll be exploring the International Glass Invitational, courtesy of Habitat Galleries in Michigan. Habitat Galleries, established in Royal Oak, Michigan in 1971, was among the first to feature glass as a unique art form and celebrate the artist carving its history. Habitat's International Glass Invitational was devised in 1972 as a way to share the knowledge and accomplishments of premier global artists, advancing the medium. Now the oldest and largest annual contemporary glass show in the country, the Fort Wayne Museum of Art welcomes back the International Glass Invitational with 2 years of winners. This exhibition complements the works in our glass wing, where visitors can see artists exploring the infinite possibilities of glass in multiple processes. First on our tour is this charming installation titled Must Come Down by Katharina Urrata Weintraub. Regular visitors of the museum may know Katharina's work from her Fragile Finger Monsters and Stuffed Rabbit from the Overgrown series displayed in our glass wing. This piece focuses on another one of her common subjects, white mice. Intricately sculpted using a blowtorch in a process known as flame working, mice have been a part of the artist's visual language since 2010, while she was still an undergraduate at Mass College of Art. Here, the artist has carefully sculpted 7 white mice, complete with tiny toenails. Some seem to have become caught up in string, and the balloons above, also made of glass, seem to be carrying them away, creating a whimsical scene. Losing her first pet, a white mouse named Jerry, as a child, was the artist's first encounter with love and loss. White mice continue to be a way for the artist to focus on her preferred themes of play, nostalgia, and the cycle of life. Another artist who demonstrates incredible detail in their sculpture is British artist Elliot Walker. Some may know Elliot Walker from his win on the Netflix glass competition series Blown Away. This piece, titled Still Life with Lobster, features a spread of food and dishes rendered in clear glass. Placed upon a dichroic or color-shifting glass puddle, the entire sculpture is transformed into a sparkle of color. Walker's current work is inspired by 17th century still life paintings. Glass was often used in still life oil paintings to demonstrate the artist's skill, as it was immensely difficult to capture the transparency of the material's surface in a realistic way. Emphasizing this inspiration from the past, Walker infuses traditional Venetian glassmaking techniques with modern colors and textures to create contemporary sculpture. This can be seen particularly in the lidded goblet to the back right of the display, which features a traditional Latinino or twisted cane pattern. Our next piece is also made from clear glass, but displays a city rather than a bountiful feast. Growing up in Detroit in the 1970s and 80s, Norwood Viviano witnessed the economic devastation caused by auto industry changes and significant white flight in his city. This experience led to a fascination with mapping as well as materials of industry, particularly glass and steel. This example is a kiln cast model of the Packard automotive plant in Detroit, which was closed in 1958 and finally demolished in 2022. Viviano uses a 3D modeled pattern to create an accurate cast for his final glass sculpture. Underneath the glass is a cut vinyl drawing, conveying a timeline outlining city boundaries and creating links to industry and population density shifts throughout the 20th century. The fragility of glass serves as a metaphor for delicate balance between time, efficiency, and the inability of manufacturing to change and meet future needs. This next piece is by Asheville, North Carolina artist Alex Bernstein. Son of glass artist William and Kate Bernstein, Alex learned about the wonders of glass from a young age. One day, while helping his father repair a furnace door in the family studio, he grinded steel too close to a sculpture. To his surprise, the steel sparks fused to the glass's surface, creating an all-new opaque and textured effect. Although it ruined his father's sculpture, Bernstein has made this a signature technique, so much so that in classes he taught at Pilchuck Glass School, the students referred to it as Bernsteining. The artist's cast sculptures are created more like a stoneworker would carve marble, using a chisel to make rhythmic cuts. Here in Large Steel Slice, both Bernstein's steel technique and carving ability is showcased with the wonderful optical properties of glass, as the sculpture changes when viewed from different angles. Our final piece today is unusual in that it is, in the words of the artist, a sculpture for the wall. Tucson-based artist Carrie Side considers herself an alchemist, combining all types of mediums, including silk, copper, mylar, aluminum, vinyl, acrylic, and of course glass, to create magical, shifting works that emphasize color and translucency. Her background as a textile and jewelry designer has translated into a unique understanding of texture and material. Side finds inspiration in many places, most notably in the natural world. Her passion for gemstones in particular no doubt influences her iridescent works. Side proves that glass artists can come in many forms and are in fact artists, not defined solely by their medium. Thank you for joining me for this virtual Curators tour. Along with the artists in our permanent collection, hosting the Glass International has been a fantastic way to continue our commitment to the medium by celebrating international artists not yet in our collection or who are creating new work. To see many more fascinating pieces, I encourage you to visit the International Glass Invitational in person before it closes on February 18th.